Betrayal is one of life's most piercing experiences. It is the quiet shattering of something sacred: trust, loyalty, belief in another soul. It doesn't just hurt, it rearranges your world. Suddenly, everything you thought you understood about connection and loyalty feels uncertain. Yet beneath that chaos lies an opportunity, not for despair, but for discovery. Betrayal is the mirror the universe holds up when it wants you to see yourself more clearly. The Stoics remind us that the events of life are neither good nor bad. It is only our judgment that makes them so. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." To the Stoic mind, betrayal is not tragedy. You are when the world turns cold. So, if you've been betrayed by a friend, a partner, a colleague, or even by life itself, pause before you collapse into bitterness. Ask instead, this is your invitation to step back, breathe, and rise above. Don't just read these words, reflect on them. Let them reach the quiet places of your soul. Because the test of betrayal, when faced with courage and reason, can become the very moment your character is reborn. 1. Betrayal reveals, it does not ruin. At first, betrayal feels like ruin, as if the very structure of your trust has collapsed. But in truth, betrayal does not destroy. Marcus Aurelius advised, everything that happens is either endurable or not. If it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. Betrayal is endurable, not because it is light, but because you were built for it. It forces you to stop clinging to false security and face the impermanence of all things. It teaches that people are as they are, not as we imagine them to be. When someone betrays you, they show you their true nature, their fear, their weakness, their confusion. Their actions say more about the disorder of their soul than about your worth. And when you realize this, something inside you shifts. You stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and begin to ask, "What truth was I refusing to see?" Betrayal then becomes purification. It cleanses your life of deception and illusion. It leaves behind what is real, even if that reality is painful. And in that raw space where illusion has burned away, you find clarity. And clarity is a sacred gift. 2. Your response defines you, not their actions. The world cannot define you, only your response to it can. This is the essence of Stoicism, that character is built not in comfort, but in chaos. The betrayal itself may belong to another, but the dignity with which you rise from it belongs to you. Epictetus taught that our control begins and ends with our own will. We cannot command others to be loyal, kind, or just, but we can command our reason, our composure, our inner balance. Betrayal offers the perfect battlefield on which to exercise that discipline. It's easy to preach virtue when life is kind. It is in the face of cruelty that your philosophy proves its worth. The one who betrays you has failed their test. They chose deceit over truth, cowardice over courage, convenience over integrity. Let them bear that burden. Do not join them in their fall. When you refuse to answer treachery with hatred, you rise into the realm of the unshakable. You remind yourself that your values are your fortress. To endure without vengeance is not weakness, it is mastery. The Stoics saw the wise man as unbreakable, not because he is untouched by pain, but because he remains whole within it. Betrayal is the fire, and you are the iron. It will burn away your impurities, your illusions, your dependence on external validation. What remains once the fire passes is something purer: calm strength, quiet dignity, and unbending will. 3. Pain is the teacher of self-mastery. Pain is not the enemy of the Stoic, it is the instructor. Each moment of anguish whispers lessons that comfort never could. When betrayal visits your life, it brings with it the sharpest lesson of all: the necessity of self-mastery. It teaches you to stop seeking peace in other people's behavior. It compels you to examine where you have placed your happiness: in loyalty, in promises, in external things that are by nature unstable. The pain says, look inward. Anchor yourself in virtue, not in circumstance. Seneca wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity." For he is not permitted to prove himself. Betrayal, though cruel, grants you this chance. It reveals how deep your composure runs, how sincere your practice of reason truly is. You discover whether your peace was real or conditional. You learn the weight of your own patience, the strength of your own forgiveness, the limits of your own ego. And perhaps most powerfully, you learn compassion. Not the sentimental kind, but the understanding that every betrayal is born from ignorance, from fear, weakness, or blindness. This does not excuse the act, but it frees you from bitterness. You can see the betrayer not as a monster, but as a lesson in human frailty. And in doing so, your own humanity expands. 4. Integrity is the shield that endures. It's tempting, after betrayal, to close your heart, to become cold, guarded, untouchable. But Stoicism teaches a higher path, to keep your heart open, yet governed by wisdom. Integrity is your shield, not hardness, not pride. To respond to treachery with cruelty is to betray yourself. To lose faith in goodness because others falter is to surrender your power. The Stoic keeps faith in virtue even when others abandon it, for he knows that peace does not come from others' loyalty, but from his own alignment with truth. The one who holds fast to integrity becomes untouchable in spirit. The winds of betrayal may blow, but they cannot move the rooted tree. You continue to act justly, speak truthfully, and live honorably, not because others deserve it, but because you do. 5. The revelation of true freedom. Eventually, the storm passes, the pain dulls, and what remains is revelation. You realize that betrayal, painful as it was, has freed you from illusion. You are no longer dependent on others for peace. You have learned to stand alone, calm, centered, complete. This is the essence of Stoic freedom, the unshakable independence of the soul. To know that no one's choices, words, or betrayals can imprison your mind. That is liberation. You can walk through life with open eyes, open heart, and steady mind, untouched by the chaos around you. When you reach this place, betrayal no longer feels like tragedy. It feels like initiation. The moment your inner strength became real. The universe tested you, and you did not collapse. You evolved. Betrayal will come to all of us, in one form or another. It will hurt, yes, but it will also reveal. It will show you who others are, and who you can become. The Stoic path asks only this: when that moment arrives, meet it with courage, not resentment. Let it forge you, not define you. If these words reach something in you, take them as a call, not just to endure pain, but to transcend it. Reflect on what betrayal has taught you, and let it refine your heart into strength and serenity. And if you seek to live with greater calm, clarity, and courage in every challenge, stay on this path. Subscribe to Stoic Thryve. Let philosophy not be theory, but practice. Let it become your daily discipline, your guiding flame. Because the pain of betrayal is not your end. It is your awakening.